Hello and welcome to Sing Southfield with Shari. And guess what? I'm Shari. I'm a youth librarian at the Southfield Public Library, which is the very place we're at today. We're going to take a tour of some outdoor sites right here at the library, some beautiful works of art, two of which are fairly new to our library. The first one is Moby. Moby is short for Moby Dick, the classic book, of course, that was written many, many years ago and is here at our library. And we're so lucky to be home to Moby the whale. Pretty soon, this is going to be beautiful water coming up, but right now we're not quite there yet. It's early April and we're not quite there. But by the time you're watching this, the fountain might be in full blast and you can come and check it out. Moby was actually at Northland Mall. He was made by artist Joseph Anthony McDonald and commissioned by Northland Mall in 1966. When Northland closed, this piece of art, as well as another piece of art we're going to see in just a little bit, were put down in the tunnels of Northland, not to be seen for years. And then just recently they were discovered and purchased by the city of Southfield. And we are so lucky to now be home to 1,100-pound Moby. And he is really a sight to behold, even without the fountain. And now, of course, I'm going to tell you about a book, because you know I've got a book about a whale, right? You know I do. I've just got to go in my Friends of the Southfield Public Library bag. Thank you, friends, who do so much of our programming. In that bag, I have a book. I have a book about can you guess? A whale, that's right. What if you found a whale like Moby in your bathtub? Well, that's what happens to our main character in A Whale in the Bathtub by Kylie Westway, illustrated by Tom Gillette. Our main character finds a whale in his bathtub, and the whale loves his bubblegum bath and doesn't want to get out. So our poor friend can't take a bath, and all his parents and his siblings are like, take a bath, take a bath. He's like, I can't, there's a whale in the bathtub. This is a hilarious story with awesome pictures about one boy's journey to try and take a bath and the whale who just won't let him. This is A Whale in the Bathtub by Kylie Westaway, illustrated by Tom Gillette. Now we're going to head to another outdoor location in the library and through the magic of fabulous Cable 15. Here I am! I'm at artwork number 2. The beautiful Peacock by the artist Arthur Kraft with assistance from Gwen Lux, who did, I believe, the little metal pieces within the feathers of the peacock, because she was a very famous artistic tileist. She did tiles. And this was also found in the tunnels of Northland. This one was found in pieces. It was all taken apart. And it got put back together, and just recently, I think maybe even late 2019, don't count me on that, but I think it was late 2019, it was decided it would come here and be installed, and we are so lucky to have it. To think that it was in pieces in a tunnel just a few short years ago. And it's in our Circle Drive right here in front of the library. And I've been on a sunny day, which it isn't today, but I've been on a sunny day, that little blue glass piece catches the light beautifully. So we had to wait for the wind to die down. We just had a huge blast of wind, and it kind of made the peacock swoosh around, which looked really neat. But I want to call your attention to that little blue ball in the peacock's head. I'm thinking that on a not cloudy, windy day like this one, but on a beautiful sunny day, like maybe you'll come visit, the light shining through that blue ball would be just beautiful. So do come check out the peacock and of course Moby, because two beautiful pieces of art, priceless art, that we're lucky to feature at the library. And now, as usual, gotta shout out the friends of the library as I go into their bag. You know I've got a book for ya. And this one comes from the nonfiction section. It has a Dewey Decimal number on its side. That's how we put our nonfiction books in order. And I actually order the nonfiction books. So I was excited to use this one. Bee Snails and Peacock Tails by Betsy Franco and Steve Jenkins. Patterns and shapes naturally. And I have to show you a picture because it's just so pretty. This is such a beautiful look. Beautiful, beautiful pictures by the artist Steve Jenkins. And they're all showing natural patterns that occur naturally in Mother Nature, right where we are right now. How things like peacock feathers and the curl of a snail shell are true art. And there's all kinds of examples in this book. Here's a moth and the pattern in the moth's wings. And even the cover here of the beautiful peacock feathers. Really a wonderful book to think about how you can see so much art in nature and in living things, in animals. So do check out Bee Snails and Peacock Tails by Betsy Franco with art, pictures by Steve Jenkins. And do come visit our friend the peacock. Now, through the magic and wizardry of our fabulous folks, Mike and Jim at Cable 15. Here I am in my final destination. It's the beautiful Imaginarium Garden. I am so excited to be here and share the garden with you because as Mike and Jim and I were just talking about, my friends from Cable 15, this garden is not utilized enough. So I hope that whether we're already back or when we come back, you'll put the garden on your places to visit when you're at the library. It really is a beautiful place, and I am going to walk and show you a couple of things. We have some beautiful tiles right along the wall here that were all handmade just for the library. And we have all these beautiful plantings that were done, and we're getting ready to do new plantings, so definitely come and check that out. My final destination, this beautiful butterfly bench, and of course, the 3 books. And I bet you recognize these books. The one on the bottom is one I read at Storytime a lot, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. In the middle is Alice in Wonderland, and at the very top is The Secret Garden. And you can come here and sit on those books and read a book yourself. And I'm going to go do that right now. Hello! And I think this is a perfect place to share books with you. So I've got my Southfield Friends bag here. And in it, thank you friends, and in it are, of course, some books about gardens. My first one is from a great series called Maker Comics. And this one is all about growing a garden. And the pictures are great. And it's all about some friendly garden gnomes who learn all about gardening, and they share with you, the reader, how to do your very own gardening projects. So Maker Comics Grow a Garden, and I forgot to mention the author, Alexis Frederick Frost. Now I've got one more garden book, and this is a Storytime favorite. Huck Runs Amok, story by Sean Taylor, art or pictures by Peter H. Reynolds. And this is just a hilarious book all about our friend Huck the goat who runs amok. He loves flowers. He'll do anything, and I do mean anything, to get his teeth on some flowers. So he runs all through town constantly being thwarted in his efforts to get flowers. To see if Huck succeeds, read Huck Runs Amok, story by Sean Taylor, art, pictures by Peter H. Reynolds. And that is the end of this episode of Seeing Southfield with Shari. It has been so much fun. Again, a huge thank you to the magicians who make every episode look so good, Mr. Jim and Mr. Mike. I couldn't have done any of this without them. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And this has been another episode of Seeing Southfield with Shari. Join us again when we'll dig up another mysterious place that you probably don't know about here in sensational Southfield. Bye!